To start building robots or programming autonomous drones, the hardest part isn't actually the coding. It's getting your computer set up the right way. This is the first video of the series of videos to get your Linux system ready for drone developing. Today we will walk through installing the essential tools you must have so you can start programming and simulating your own drone. My name is Lamison and welcome back to the channel. Before we start, I'd like to ask you to subscribe to the channel. If you are interested in drone development, there will be tons of tutorials to walk you through this path. And your support really keeps me motivated. Let's go. Okay. I'm using Ubuntu 24 and I assume that you have it installed in your system. So if you haven't yet, you can use the link in the description which shows how to install and set up your Ubuntu 24 ready. In the first step, we need to make sure our system is clean and up to date. So I do enter the command sudo apt update and sudo apt upgrade. Then enter your password. Here, if it asks for your permission to continue, the default is shown with the capital words. So if you hit enter, it will consider it as yes, or you can just enter Y and hit enter. After the update and upgrade finished, we can also clean up any unnecessary packages remains in our system with sudo apt auto remove and sudo apt auto clean. This keeps our system clean before we start installing anything. Clear my terminal. Okay. In the next step, the most important thing we need to have in our system is Git. Git is a version control software that you will definitely need when your project grows or you need to work with your group on a project. But the more important usage maybe in our stage is that we can clone or download the open source codes available on GitHub or GitLab. So we can run the same code in our system or even develop on that code. So to install Git, I just do sudo apt install git, and you can put a -y here so it considers your permission as yes. Here you can see that since I installed most of these packages before, this is going to tell me that Git is the newest version, but for you it's going to take some time to install it. After installing Git, to clone a GitHub repository, you can simply type git clone and the name of the GitHub repository you want to clone. For example, my Flying Cylinder repository's address in GitHub is this. So I cancel it for now, but you can let it to continue. Okay, after that, let me clear my terminal again. After that, I want to install wget and curl. These two tools are used to download files from the internet directly from the terminal. You will use them a lot. Almost every tool installation guide will ask you to use one of them. Both let you grab stuff from internet straight from the terminal and no browser needed. They're similar, but each has its own strengths. So let's install both with sudo apt install wget and then curl. Okay, wget is great when you just want to save something to disk, simple and reliable. To test wget, let's download a file, a book actually. We're going to grab it from Project Gutenberg, a free digital library with over 70,000 classic books. We'll download Alice's Adventure in Wonderland. To download a file using wget, you just simply need to type wget, then dash uppercase O, then the name of the file that you want to save your downloaded file to. For example, I say I name it sample.txt, and then the address of the file that actually you want to download. Okay, then it's gonna take time depending on the size of the file. Okay, after the download complete, you can ls to see if you have the file. Here we have it here. Then to open this text file, you can simply use cat and the name of the file. We can see that our file is here. Okay, we clear my terminal. Curl does more than just download files. It's built for talking directly to servers. In drone dev, this comes in handy when you're pinging an API, checking a device's web interfaces, or testing a network connection. Let's do a quick test. Check if a server is alive and see its response headers. For this, type curl-l and the address of the server you want to check. -l flag fetches just the headers, not the whole page. You'll see stuff like the server type, the status code and content type. Useful info when you're debugging network issues with your flag controller or your ground station. Okay, you can also use curl for downloading files just like the wget. For example, we do curl dash this time lowercase o and name it sample2.txt and the address of the okay, you can see that the sample2 is here, and like the previous one, we can open it with cat and see what is in our file. So a quick recap, use wget when you just need to download something fast, and use curl when you need more control or you're working with APIs and web requests. Now we need the build tools. When you download open source robotics or drone software, most of it is written in C or C++, and you need to compile it yourself. Build-Essentials gives you the compiler and the basic tools you need to do that, and the CMake is the tool that manages the build process. Almost every ROS package and drone simulator uses it. To install it, we do sudo apt install build-essential and the CMake. To check the versions of GCC, actually the compiler of C++ and the CMake, you can use GCC or any other program or software you've installed. You can use --version to see its version. Here we can see that my GCC is version 13.3.0 and my CMake version --version is 3.28.3. The other tool that is very useful is the GDB debugger. GDB is the GNU debugger. When your code crashes or behaves in a weird way, GDB helps you find exactly where or why that happens. It's not something you use every day at the beginning, but when you need it, you really need it. To install it, we do sudo apt install. I guess that I haven't installed this one. GDB. Okay, I had it. To check the version again, we can enter GDB -- version. Okay, this is my GDB's version that is installed in my system. After this, we need to install Python. Python is everywhere in drone development. We use it in Mablin communication, the mission scripting, Rust nodes, simulation scripts, or even plotting tools to analyze your robot's logs. Most of them are written in Python, and many more packages and libraries that are very useful in robotics and are written in Python. So we need Python 3 and pip, which is the package manager for Python. To install it, we use sudo apt install Python 3 and Python 3 pip and Python 3 vn. Oops, I made a mistake here. Okay, I've already installed all of them. So we also installed Python vn, which is for creating isolated Python environments for each of your project, and skip the package version conflicts. To check the version again, actually I have the version here, but just to check it, Python 3 version. Okay, and the pip 3 version. Okay. I also recommend creating a virtual environment for each project so your packages don't conflict with each other. You can create a Python virtual environment with this command, Python 3 -m and vn, and the name of the virtual environment that you want to create. For example, I name it, you can name it anything, my drone env. Okay, after that, the creating the environment completes. You can activate that environment using source and the name of your environment. My drone env / bin and activate. Okay, you can see that I have my drone env here in the beginning of my terminal's line. This says that I am working actually right now in this environment. And to deactivate the Python environment and go back to the global environment in your system, you can simply write deactivate deactivate. Okay. Now we need a good code editor, and VS Code is my favorite for this kind of work. It supports Python, C++, Rust extensions, and has a great terminal built in. To install it, I just have to do sudo apt and install code. Okay, to open your VS Code in the directory that your your project is in, you simply need to write code and dot. This tells the VS Code to open in that directory. One of the things that is not really essential but is useful to install is the Terminator terminal. Actually, this terminal that you're seeing that I'm using. The default terminal is fine, but Terminator lets you split your terminal into multiple panels like this. You have to hit Control and Shift and then E or O for vertical splits and horizontal splits, or for horizontal and E for vertical. And to close them, you simply have to hit Control and Shift and W. Okay. When you're running actually a simulation and a drone controller and monitoring logs all at the same time, this is a really useful and lifesaver. For example, you run your Gazebo package in Gazebo world in one terminal. In other terminal, you run your Rust to Gazebo bridges. In one terminal, you run your own script that you wrote in Rust 2, and this is very helpful. This is better than opening multiple terminals, and you get lost when you want to switch to each terminal. So you can install it again with the apt command. Apt install Terminator. Since I reopen my terminal, I have to enter my password again. Okay, the wrong password. Okay. At last, we have 3 packages that are very small but are very useful. One of them is htop. Htop is a visual process monitor. It shows you CPU and memory usage in real time, and this is very helpful when you run a simulation and you see that you are run out of resources and you want to find which process is actually causing this problem. To install it, we simply again use the apt command, htop. To run it, you just need to type htop. Here you can see the number of the CPU cores your system has. A very useful thing is here that you can see the PID or process ID of each process that your system is running in current time or real time. You can see the percentage of CPU and the memory that each process is using. If you have a code with multiple threads, you can see them here, and you can see that which thread is using more resources. To stop it, you can hit Control and C. The other tool that is very useful is the net tools. Net tools give you the ifconfig. Let me install it with sudo again, apt install net-tools. Net tools give you the ifconfig package, which shows the networks and the networks that you are in right now, and your IP and net mask and broadcast IP, and the other information that you need for the networks that you're using. You will need this when connecting to a drone over Wi-Fi or checking your network interfaces. So this is a very helpful package. The other package, the last one, is the USB utils. You can install it again using the apt install USB utils. Okay. Whenever you see this error that unable to locate package, you can almost in 99% of the occasions you have misspelling the name of the package. USB utils gives you the lsusb command. This is useful when you plug in a flight controller or a GPS module or other sensors, or even a joystick or whatever that you're connecting to your system with a USB cable, with USB port. This command will show you ls USB. You can see that right now these are the things that are connected to my, for example, my keyboard, my webcam, and other things that are connected to my system with USB. Okay. And that's it for today. Now your system is ready for the next step, which is installing and setting up Gazebo Harmonic and Rust 2. That's exactly what we'll do in the next video. So if you found this video helpful, hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss the next part. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments, and see you in the next video. Bye.